Hello, hi everyone. Today we are going to learn about Informatica, which is market popular in non-SAP world in ETL. ETL means extract, transform and load. So there are few tools are available in the market, but why only Informatica? Because Informatica is an easy, powerful, capable to do all ETL with effective results and some smart features involved here. So let's go and explore first what is having in Informatica. So let us see. So here it is Informatica. So we have client and we have services. So as shown here, all developer things will happen in the client. So we have a designer, workflow manager, workflow monitor and repository manager. So server having a services nothing but it's have an admin console. So it is an admin console. It's nothing but heart of our Informatica, which holds the all services. What is there in here? So let me log on into this first. What our heart of Informatica is containing, why it is that much important. Yeah, here we can find, so there are two services we're running it. So these two services, integration services and info services, so these two are running until unless without any problem these two are running, your Informatica is working fine. So if any problem has occurred, so it's going to be stopped with some kind of errors. So what is this integration services? What is this info? Integration services, you can see the arrow marks here. So this process the data from one place to another place, nothing but it's a courier by job. And info, which holds the metadata, nothing but it's a repository. The metadata means nothing but data about data. Okay, let's start with the designer. What is there in designer? So this is my designer. So I have 3 folders here already to explore it. Let me disconnect it. Okay, I am trying to disconnect and I am trying to connect it again. Yeah, so copy paste it. So this is my designer tool. Here you can see one is designer, workflow manager, workflow monitor, and you have a repository manager. What is this? One by one we will explore. So in the repository manager, which will manage the work, so let me open this. So here the basically we just create the folders which is carried your work entirely. So you can see I have 3 folders here. I wanted to create one folder. The folder name I am just specifying as practice. So the folder is already created. So let me close it and let me disconnect in my designer, because it's need to be affected in all areas, because all are interlinked and connected. Whatever it is, designer, workflow manager, workflow monitor and repository manager, so these are interlinked. See here you can see the practice folder. So you can see all these are disabled. Let me double click on this. Yeah, so now I can see my designer area. So now I can start designing my mappings. What is this? I can see the 5 windows here. So one is the source analyzer, target designer, transformation developer, and maplet and mapping designers. Everyone knows Informatica ETL tool. It's an extract the data from different sources and you will do the transforms and finally you will load it into data warehouse, or it may be database or data warehouse. So let's go to the source. Here you can see the options: import from database, import from fact file, COBOL, XMLs and some other things. Obviously normally the database will be, we won't create here. So it's already created somewhere. I'm trying to import it. Let me import it. So it's already connected with the Oracle. If suppose if we wanted to add the new things, we can add it from here. So these are all the databases my Informatica will support for. Okay, I have already done with the ODBC connection in Oracle. So let me start with the username. So my schema is source here. I am trying to connect it. Okay, what are the tables it is having? So I have some of the tables. So let me take any one table. I have taken employee table. Okay, my employee table is a Oracle table. You can see here the which database you are using, and these are the columns, and here you can see the primary key, and you can see the sources. Now it is cleared and with the Oracle the same thing, and go to the mapping area, create the new map. The naming conventions always we should follow the small m underscore. I am just telling the sample map. I am doing the sample map, so let it be. Okay, I wanted to drag my employee table. So it's interesting what is happened. Just you dragged one source definition, but along with the source qualifier scale, because Informatica will qualify your source using the source qualifier. So what is meant by qualifying the source? Qualifying the source here, the data types, whether which will support for Informatica. So any database, because there are in the world different databases available. For that purpose, they'll just take the different databases, and all the databases can understand by Informatica. So that's why it will change to string, decimal and date time, these kinds of formats. Here you can see the different formats which is supported by Oracle. Okay, my source are ready. I wanted to load it into my target. Okay, I don't have the target. What I need to do? I can see the target designer. So I wanted to design my target. So there is an option in the targets tab. So create option. You can create this many number of data type databases, and flat files also will support here. But what I'll do is I can do like that, and for simply purpose, anyway I wanted to load the same employee structure data, just same doing. See here, from the sources I am trying to drag and drop it in my target area. What happened? So even my targets also available with employee. Okay, just I am trying to rename it. The rename small t underscore employee underscore sample. So this is my target name. So you can see the columns. What are the columns are available? If suppose you don't want it to maintain any keys, we can remove it, because we are going to create the target. So as your wish, we can do the changes in the target level. Our target is ready, but we did the target in the mapping level, but not in the database. So as in the source, we just imported from the database. It's already there in the database. So let us go to the database. Let us explore it. What is available here? Okay, where is the toad? Okay. Okay, here it is. I can see the toad. So let me do with the things. Yeah, here I am having the toad. Yes, so this is my toad. Here I have the connections, so which are source target. So it's already done with my Oracle 10G connection. So let me open my employee table, what it is having. Here you can see the employee table columns. So there are 62 records is available. What I wanted to put, I wanted to load in my target. Let me open my target again. So this is my target schema. Okay, let me open it. Yeah, So what are the target we have created in my Informatica? We have created T employee sample. This is my target name, T employee sample. But if you see in the third level, your T employee is not available here. T employee sample is not available here. So nothing but the structure is only we have created Informatica level, but not in database level. For that purpose, there is an option called generate and execute SQL. So let me connect it to Oracle target. Why we are creating means we wanted to load the data, as simple as that. So that's why I just wanted to create it. So here we have an options. So in this area there are multiple tables are present. We will go for all tables. So if it is one table is present, so if you wanted to select only one, we can select. So the selected area is shown like this. And the generation options, you wanted to create the table and I wanted to maintain the primary key. I don't wanted to create these all. And if the same name the table is existed, let the drop and execute the new one. Done. Okay, yeah. Here you can see the result, SQL statement processed successfully. So this is the table name. With this name, the table is got processed successfully. Let me go into the third and refresh it once. So now let us see if the table structure is presented or not. So T underscore employee underscore sample. So this is our table structure, but there is no data because we didn't process the data in Informatica. Just we have created the structure. Let me go into the mapping area, drop your T string, okay, and connect it into your target. Save it. You can see sample is valid. You can directly press Ctrl S to save this, or you can use this. It's already saved, that's why it's giving an error. Okay, let me open with my workflow manager. So that my designer part is over. I have designed my mapping, but data is not loaded. For that purpose, because I didn't give any connectivity, I didn't give any connections, I didn't tell to my Informatica which type of loading. Here in the practice there are no workflows, there are no tasks, nothing is available. So here also we have task developer, workload designer, workflow designer. These are the three things, and we will go for the workflow designer, and later we will talk about what is the task developer, what is the workload designer, and workflow manager. So let me create a workflow, because you can carry all the work in one area. Is called my workflow. I'll just name it WF underscore. So let me put the same name here, sample underscore. What are the name we have mentioned in the designer? Okay, so let us go with the sample. This is my thing, and the talks, because I have created my workflow. One workflow can contain number of tasks. Task is nothing but it's a work. One mapping connected with one task. You did the mapping in designer, the same thing will be connected in your workflow area with one task. But in workflow designer area, you can put number of tasks. So let me do with one task. There are several tasks are available: session, command, decision, event wait, some tasks. So let us start with session. So the naming conventions is small s underscore sample underscore practice. What about that? Practice. Okay, but in the mapping level you have mentioned the map name is just like this. M underscore sample is your mapping area in your designer level. So let me save dam. Okay, this is your task. Let me link it. Okay, your link has done. Initially you need to connect with your database. For that we have a connections tab here. So we need to configure your database. So if any new things is there, we will configure like this. I have already configured my Oracle with my Informatica, so I can use these schemas. So I need to, in my mapping session level, I wanted to specify from where I am reading my employee to where I need to load it. Okay, I am reading from my source, that's fine, and I have already created the structure in designer where in my target. Okay, these are the two things we need to take care about. And here the target load type, we have two types, one is the normal, another one is the bulk. The normal load, normally you will follow it. What is meant by bulk load, we will discuss in the next classes. So the truncate option, so truncate option is the data, if data is there, so let the clear data, the structure will be let it avail, and I will try to load the new data. That is my intention. Let me save it. I have saved it. You can see it is valid. So let me go with the start task. It is going to take less time, maybe another 5 to 6 seconds. You may get it. Yeah, you got it, is succeeded. Okay, so let me open the statistics. So from the source qualifier, you have read the 62 records. In the target, you have loaded all 62 records because we didn't do any operation using this. So this is the designer, we didn't do any operations, just we passed the data. That's it. That's why my data is available in my workflow monitor. So let me go to my toad. So this is my target, this is your employee sample. There is no data here. Let us refresh it. You have refreshed it and you can see all 62 records. Means the data is successfully loaded using Informatica. So this is how your Informatica jobs will happen. This is how you will load the data using your word mapping. Suppose if you wanted to filter the data, so there is one transformation called filter transformation. These are all the different transformations which we'll use in your Informatica level. So let me start with one transformation called filter transformation. So let me link it, okay, and let me link it to here. And I didn't write any filter condition here. I'm writing now. Let me double click, go to properties. The default condition is always true here. I don't want it to let it be simple. I wanted to put a condition. What kind of condition you want? Let me open the database. This is the source. Here my employee data. I have commission, I have 20, 30 department numbers different. So let me go with any one condition. I have department number 10, 20, 30. Let me give department number is equals to 20. That is if I go for the condition. Okay, let me minimize it. Okay, here you can give the condition. The condition is department number is equals to 20. Let me validate it. Perfect. Okay, apply. Okay, so let me save it. It is simple and valid. So let me go for my workflow manager. Right click on your task. Let us go for the refresh mapping. If you see the yellow mark symbol here, the data is refreshed with the changes in your mapping level. I have saved it. Start task again. You can see the same mapping is running in a second time because we did some changes. Here you can see out of 62 there are 27 records only goes to the target. Why? Because we have written the condition is like that. So that's why it is trying to get the data only department number is equals to 20. So let me see in my toad. Yeah. So here, let me go to the target, refresh it. So there are 27 records whose department number is only 20. I have only 20s. I don't have other than 20s. Nothing but the data is filtered. Like this, depends on your condition, we will try to use the transformations. The data, the process will be processed using transformations in Informatica. There are different transformations: expression, filter, aggregator, lookup. I hope you people got idea about something about Informatica today. So again, and I'm trying to if someone is really wanted to write on Informatica certification, the help will be provided from us, and I'm on the informaticacommunity.com. I'm a developer. I'm already there in the community.informatica.com page, and myself Venkatesh V, and you can see in the Powercenter developers there. And thank you very much. Thank you.